Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in action live and in living color for the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, as always, Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. It is January 1988. We just finished up a batch of TV tapings, and we are making our way to Omaha, Nebraska. But before the AWA gets there, for a tour show, we're going to stop off in Bettendorf, Iowa, and run a spot show. So here we are in the Bettendorf High School Gym. The venue is selected. We're raising some money for their booster club. We ran there not too long ago. Actually, it was a few months ago. So it's nice to stop off there again and do another spot show here. So let's go ahead and head back to the main screen. Our venue has been selected. Let's see what's going on. Backstage incidents. Paulie Dangerously looks to be in some heat, some hot water with Nick Bockwinkel. Look at that. Paul E. Dangerously was an hour late to pick up his travel partner. Nick Bockwinkel said, "Paulie, I'm not having this shit." And he sentenced him to pay for his travel partner's meals for the next 3 shows. Now, if this was realistic, I'm sure that Paul Heyman would have an excuse of why he couldn't pay for those meals and would probably tell him things like the check is in the mail or Jack Nicholson is going to spot it next time he's at the China Club, something along those lines. So here we go. Eric Bischoff now is in some hot water. And oh man, maybe Bischoff and Heyman were travel partners here and screwed each other. Well, once again, Bockwinkel says he's not having this shit from Bischoff either. And Bischoff's got to pay. So, last we have some protege work, and let's do a rundown. Let's see who's absent. Only the usuals. So, for all sense and purposes, Buddy Rose and Mike Richards are gone, and Kevin Kelly's still going to be out for several more months with his injury. So, let's take a look at our card and give it a rundown. In our opener, Eddie Guerrero is going to face Pat Tanaka. These two have always put on terrific matches together, and this one should be no exception. We're going to have a ladies tag match. Vivian St. John and Jamie West are going to face Candi, Devine, and Madusa Micelli. The Terrorist is going to face Russ Francis. Soldat Ustinov is in singles action against Tom Zenk. In our semi-main, the Texas Hangmen are going to face Wahoo McDaniel and Baron von Raschke. And in our main event, legendary wrestler Ray Stevens is going to face Curt Hennig for the heavyweight championship of the world. Let's get to booking. All right, Guerrero and Tanaka are in the opener. This one's going to go 12. These two met each other around the tour loop and did a wonderful job, and they're both a little bit more experienced with a little bit more popularity, so this should do some good for them. Pat Tanaka's partner is injured. Paul Diamond's pretty banged up, so we're going to use him pretty sparingly here. This is a good opportunity to get these two men some work, and we're going to leave it open-ended. It doesn't matter to me who wins. Next, we got Vivian St. John and Jamie West. So we have a tag match here. St. John and West versus Devine and Micelli. And I think it's a 12-minute match. It's a 14-minute match. So a lot of time for these ladies. There's Vivian St. John. There is Jamie West. There's Madusa Micelli. And there's Candi Devine. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to give Madusa the win here. And she can go over clean. It's just a spot show. No big deal. All right, that one's booked up. Going on down the line here, the Terrorist versus Russ Francis. 14 minutes. And this may not be the greatest of matches. But both these men could use some in-ring work and could get a win. So there's the Terrorist. There is Russ Francis. And we're going to have Russ Francis get the win here since he's got such cooled momentum. All right, that one's booked out. Ustinov versus Zenk. This one goes 16. Soldat Ustinov was a big dude. Another product of Minnesota. And I think he was another Eddie Sharkey product, but I could be wrong. He's a big dude, and he's decent in the ring. He's not good by any means. He's probably average or a little less than average, but overall he's not bad, and he had a hell of a look. There's Tom Zenk. We are going to have Tom Zenk get the win here, since he has been dropping matches on the touring schedule to Manny Fernandez. All right, in our semi-main here, we got the Texas Hangmen versus Wahoo McDaniel and Baron von Raschke. And I don't know if the Hangmen are going to have the stamina to go 18. We're going to find out, aren't we? All right, there's McDaniel and von Raschke. We can go ahead and auto-name this one. We're going to book the match out. And they do have the stamina. We're going to leave that one open-ended also. And in our main event here, we got Ray Stevens versus Curt Hennig. Even though he's up there in age, Ray Stevens can still go. And this should be an outstanding match for us. And there's Curt Hennig. It's for the World Heavyweight title. And we are going to put Curt Hennig over. It's going to be an epic. And he's going to cheat to win, of course. Of course. And this match is booked. So we're at our usual 111 minutes for a spot show. And we are ready to get going here. All right, the opener gets a nice 57 overall. Eddie Guerrero gets the win. Very nice little match for two junior heavyweights or light heavyweights, whichever you'd like to refer to them as. And, of course, there's only one takeaway here. Very nice. Pat Tanaka, inexperience. All right, the ladies' match went about as good as I figured it would. Madusa Micelli gets the win with the German suplex. And Madusa got a nice score of 51. So good little match here. Francis and the Terrorists got some red text to doom here. Oh, man. 38 and a 34, but at least they got a 38 overall. Russ Francis gets the win, everybody. Russ Francis. All right, Tommy Zenk gets the win over Soldat Ustinov here. 72 overall, 73 and a 64. Let's see what the takeaways are. And the takeaways are the holding back, of course, and a little bit of inexperience on Ustinov's part. Not a bad spot show match at all. Ooh, this one's a little disappointed. A little disappointing. I was hoping for a better score here. 76 and 74, 55-42. We only get a 69 overall. So McDaniel and von Raschke get the win over the Texas Hangmen. Wahoo puts his ass down with that tomahawk chop. So there we go. We got the declining physical ability, the holding back business, along with the bag of issues with the Texas Hangmen. But there's also a lot of bonus in this match, too. So 69's not that bad overall, I guess, for a spot show. We'll take it. And our main event gets a nice 86 score. Well done. Good match for a spot show. It's very rare that you see the World Heavyweight title on the line in a spot show, but why not? Curt Hennig's a young guy. He needs to get some work in. Nice score, 86 overall. Very happy. And we get an 80 overall. Well done. A sellout here in the Bettendorf High School Gym of 1,100 people. Excellent. There is Rip Morgan, who at this time is wrestling in World Class as Real Thing Morgan. I liked Rip Morgan. I thought he was a good wrestler. All right, we're back on tour tomorrow. We're going to be in Omaha, Nebraska. Of course, our main event is going to be the Iron Sheik versus Sergeant Slaughter, I think. Or it might be Saito and Zabisco. I just haven't decided yet. All right, let's see what's going on here in the game world. Billy Graham re-signs with the WWF. Good for him. In the real world, I think he was gone in 1988. Pretty certain he was. Trying to see if there's anything else too exciting here. WWF starts its live event tour. There you go. You got Rude over Junkyard Dog in the main. This is a pretty good card, actually. Orton and Morocco, Buddy Rose and Ken Patera, Nikita Koloff, one-man gang. Not bad at all. Not a bad card at all. Some stupid stuff, S.D. Jones, Pete Sanchez, but we've gotten used to that. Wrestling Spotlight with a ladies main event. Wow. Oh, no. There's a tag team called the New Midnights and Sweet Sensations. God help us. Oh, man. Just awful. CWA has a live event there. And of course, the CWA at this point is the Championship Wrestling Association. They've consolidated their belts a few months ago, so they just had the CWA Heavyweight and the CWA Tag Team. So Lawler beats Rocky Johnson in the main event, and we're down to one more match on Lawler's loan deal with us. So we'll have to, once that expires, work our magic and get that back up and running. All right, everybody, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for us. We're showing that our live event tour is kicking off tonight. And that is going to do it for us. Just for the heck of it, let's take a look at merchandise already. Bockwinkel is on top. These are pretty good numbers last month. Really good numbers. Scott Hall's right up there. Good for him. All right. I like it. And we're still upgrading. It's going to take probably till 1989 before we get to the next level. But we'll still keep giving it a shot. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And we'll be back tomorrow with tour date number 1 here. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and share this video with your friends. We continue to grow. Help us continue to do so. Help us continue to grow by doing just that. The share is a very powerful thing. Facebook.com/groups/1987. You can join us on there and talk with us about the Supermod. I'm always interested in your saves and seeing what you have going on. Last but not least, if you would like version 7.0 of the Supermod, please go to braddrake.net, drop me a line, and I'll be more than happy to send you the Google Drive link that'll take you to our picture pack and database. So long for now, everybody.